I can't tell people I'm a twin anymore. That aspect of my life doesn't exist. I may have been born a twin, but I don't feel that way anymore because she's not here. And I still don't know how to deal with that. I still don't know what that looks like. Like, I don't know who Becky is apart from Jenny yet. And having to rebuild that and refigure that out without Jenny, I don't even like thinking about it. The most surprising thing is just that it happened. It's like one of those things you never expect to happen to yourself. Like, you never think that somebody so close to you is gonna die tragically. Like, the reality of that, I can't even spend too much time thinking about it. And I run through my head at least once a day what it must have been like for Jenny to be on that motorcycle and crash the way that she did. And the reality that in an instant she was gone, I think that will always carry a sense of shock with me. Every morning I wake up and I think about the fact that she's not here, and it's a struggle for me to even get ready. I think about Jenny the most when I'm by myself. That actually scares me. It makes me not want to be by myself, because then I have to deal with it, and I have to deal with the pain that Jenny's not here. Where when I'm at work or around people, I can, for the most part, pretend that life is normal again. But it's when I'm by myself with my own thoughts and in praying and stuff that it's really difficult. I don't know, I feel like I will always have a connection with Jenny that nobody else will ever have. And I don't think that'll go away. With Jenny, even if we didn't see each other or talk to each other, it was like an unsaid companionship that I can never get with anybody else. And knowing that doesn't exist anymore, I think that's what's hardest. What mattered most to Jenny was everybody else. She would ditch her comfort and her self-esteem, her anything to make somebody else feel better. She did that with family, and I know she did that with friends. She cared about how everybody thought, like how they felt as a person, as themselves. Like, that's what mattered most to her, was other people. What I admired most about Jenny, it would have to be how she didn't have a judgmental bone in her body. She was one of the most forgiving people I ever knew. Even when I blatantly wronged her, she would call me out on it crying. I would say sorry and she would instantly forgive me. And she was like that with anybody. It's like no matter what you did to Jenny, she still accepted you. My brother, Tom, and Jenny were really close. He said, you know, Jenny looked up to you more than anybody. And he said she wanted to be just like you. And like, I wish I could have told her the same thing. The hardest part to deal with was dealing with going through her things. You know, when you go through someone's possessions, you see them more intimately. Since she died, I feel a heavy burden to tell people exactly how I feel, especially family and friends that are close to me. It's like I need them to know how much they're loved. I don't know why it's like that in the world where people don't share their feelings, or people aren't honest about how much they appreciate somebody sometimes. And I mean, this was a wake-up call for me, and I'm taking baby steps and trying to be better about that. But if anything, Jenny was outwardly affectionate, physically with people and emotionally with people, and her passings made me want to be that way more. And I feel in turn it makes me into a better person. Right now, I feel like the fact that I've lost Jenny has made me a weaker person. But my reliance on God and trying to see, I don't even know if I'll ever see a purpose in it, God's purpose in it. I know it exists, but I'll probably never understand it. I at least have a little bit of hope that I can become a stronger person. I don't feel that way now. Thinking about the loss of Jenny, honestly, the only thing that brings me comfort is knowing she's in heaven. If heaven didn't exist, I feel like I would have killed myself. That's the only thing that makes me feel okay that she's not here, knowing that heaven's better than earth. A lot of positive things have come from it. My reliance on God, I don't think could be tried any more than it's being tried. I don't know how to explain it. Having that assurance that God hasn't forgotten and that He does have a bigger purpose for all of this and a bigger plan, like gives me, I don't know, it makes God feel more real to me. And a big plus out of this is the relationship I have with my family now. We all have, we've been completely shaken and have drawn towards each other. I feel like families either completely crumble or they become stronger. And thank God we've become stronger for it. Now that Jenny's gone, what I fear most is that she'll be forgotten. I fear that in me dealing with my own thoughts, like the process of dealing with it will mean that I've accepted it and moved on and am okay when I'm never going to be okay. I worry that everybody new that I meet from here on out will never know Jenny. And I feel like that's such an injustice. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to meet new people or date new people, or I don't know. I don't want to start anything new without Jenny. I'm so afraid that as the years pass, people won't care anymore. And that kills me. My mom and I were going through some of her things and found a book of poems, and so much of what she wrote was her fear of being forgotten. And I don't know, that's so final. Forgetting somebody even existed. And I know this life is so short and nothing in comparison to eternity. But her life mattered, and I want people to always know that. And I want people to always know that I am who I am so much because of her.